Hi doctors, so this one is for you. I have been discussing for last few videos that I'm going to go over how to do appeals for claims. Well, today I'll start my video series on appealing claims. If you have received a negative decision from insurance, you have gotten a non-pay or a rejection, and you feel you are in the right and you need to present your case, that's when appeal comes in. Now, if it's simple mistake that you have caught, you can just clean your claim up and then just resubmit. But if it's something serious and you need to have a discussion on paper, you would go through the formal appeal. Most insurances have appeal form already preset, so we don't want to reinvent the wheel, because if you're putting it on your letterhead and sending a letter, you are bound to miss some information, and then you will be back and forth. The insurance will keep your appeal request on file for anywhere from 30 to 90 days and then send you a letter saying, hey, there's missing information, your claim has been rejected. So any insurance which has a preset appeal form, use that instead. So if you go to Aetna website, you can download their appeal form, and it's all preset with all the information they want. They want today's date, the date of the claim, when the service took place, patient's information, your information, and then there's an empty box where you're going to actually write your reason for appealing the case. And also there's a place where you can attach any proof to support your appeal process. So go to Aetna. On that form, bottom of the form in Aetna, there's a mailing address where you can mail out once you have everything together. Anthem, same thing. If you go to Anthem website, they have a preset appeal form. For them, this is the easiest way they can quickly process your appeal, so you don't want to add to it, stay in their form, do exactly how the form prescribes. For Anthem, you will see two different addresses on the top left-hand corner, depending on what kind of plan your patient has. Cigna portal is Evernorth. So to download Cigna appeal form, you would log into Evernorth and then download the form from there. Cigna appeal form is actually 2 pages, that being main information goes on page 1, but page 2 gives you ample space to write your reason for appeal. And of course, you can attach any additional documentation you want with your appeal. Humana also has on their site, it's called Grievance and Appeal Request Form. Please download it, fill it out as prescribed. WellPoint. If you're in network with WellPoint, their appeal form is several pages, I think about 3 pages. Fill out everything they want. Some insurances want much more detailed information than others, and so WellPoint actually requires more information. Medicare appeal form is actually called Medicare Redetermination Form. It is actually CMS 20027. Any form that has to do with Medicare has a number. Again, print it out, and that's the first level of appeal. Of course, all insurances have several levels of appeal. Hopefully, you get your claim paid within the first level of appeal. When you put reason for appeal, I will go over that in detail, what to put, what not to put, and supporting documentation. Again, what to add as supporting documentation and how to add it to your redetermination or appeal form. Medicaid, you have to do everything online. State Medicaid, I'm in Virginia. My state Medicaid website form is Appeal Information Management System, or AIMS. Each state has its own. Also, if any of your patients have Medicaid as secondary, the only way you can submit secondary is through Medicaid portal. So if you don't have Medicaid portal and you see Medicaid patients, that's a must. Please sign up for it. Now, importance of other portals. If you send out, you or your biller is spending significant amount of time putting the appeal together, getting all information, supporting evidence, what happens when you mail it out? You mail it out and then you will call insurance. They'll say, we haven't received it yet. Call back after 10, 15 days. You call back after 10, 15 days. Insurance will say, we're behind in opening mail. How behind? We're 2 months behind opening our mail, so call in 2 months. You call in 2 months. They say, we don't see your appeal on file. Call back after 15 days. After 15 days, you call and they say, we don't see appeal on file. If there's any way possible, submit all appeals through insurance portal online and avoid using the snail mail. I have sent out countless appeal documentation because they were so huge through registered mail. And when I called insurance, they said they still didn't get it. Your best bet is to go onto the portal. If you do not have account with any of those insurance portals, that is the first thing I recommend you do when you get to the office tomorrow. Ability is wonderful because it supports many insurances on their platform. So you can actually submit a bill for many insurances if you open an account with Ability. You can do Anthem, you can do other Blue Cross Blue Shield plans, you can do Aetna, you can do Humana, you can do Molina, you can do Cigna, and many others through Ability. So if you don't have Ability, that would be the first thing I do. Create a portal for Medicare, create a portal for Medicaid, create a portal for Cigna through Evernorth. So anywhere possible, create portal. And another thing, if you have a portal, you don't have to stay on the phone for hours trying to get hold of an operator to find out the status of your appeal. You can literally chat through the portal and talk to a live person on the other side, exchange information. If they say, yeah, I pulled up your appeal, I see it, but such and such things are missing, you can immediately upload those. You can just drag and drop into the portal, and that operator on the other side will tell you if they see it or not. Doing an appeal through insurance portal has many benefits. Few insurances, very few small insurances might not have that access. In that case, I would call insurance and see if I can get a fax number. I would also mail it in. If a patient is out of state, let's say you're seeing a Blue Cross Blue Shield out of state patient and that claim has been rejected, I would call the home plan of the patient, not your local Blue Cross Blue Shield, but I would call the home plan if you haven't gotten any result from using the portal, and I would send all information to the home plan address. So if patient is from Boston, I would send that to that local home plan address. If it's any way possible, get an email. I have actually, to just get somebody to help me, I have gone on to insurance portals, insurance websites, and I've taken down any and all email addresses that I could, and then I group emailed hoping somebody will answer. Most of the time I have gotten a result from there and somebody did get in touch with me. So hopefully all this information helps you to get your appeal started. I will be back with more information on how to create a strong appeal.